So hello everybody. In this tutorial I'll be using phprad to make a simple project, and what we want to actually make right now, we just need to make a complaint booking system. So what this does is a system whereby users will be able to make a complaint about something. Maybe they can offer select a service, and maybe they can also select the company and stuff like that. And all of this stuff will have to be added by the admin. So what we actually want to do, we want to create an admin area, and also during the process, the class will also be making the user dashboard, and maybe add some features, and all of these will be making using phprad. Alright, so assuming that you have installed phprad, I'm actually on phprad Studio Classic Edition. This is version 2.51, but also we have the Python version, and also have the Node version. So that's all up to you to make sure which you need. Right, if you don't have phprad Studio, there's a 30-day trial version edition or stuff like that. You can actually try that trial version, and maybe you just know if you need to use the RAD system or you don't want. But it's actually a very nice piece of software. So how about we get started? So let's call these complaints. Alright, and I'm just going to have to add my password, and alright, so let's create a database and let's call these complaints. Right, okay, so let me just use material icons, and alright, so the very first thing I really need to do is that I actually need to create a table, and maybe I can call this users, or rather you can call this customers or stuff like that. So let me just call this users. So the visible, just use lowercase. So what I want here, I need to have the what we want whenever we register. So let's have the name, let's have the email, phone number, and maybe you can have the address, but let's just leave that for now. So we have that, so we have the okay. All right, let's just use the address, and let's have the password here, and also let's try and have something like role. All right, but for the role I'll be adding it during the course so that you can see what we actually want. So what I actually prefer, I prefer saving the table first before continuing, because you may run into an error. So alright, let's see. So we have that, save the changes. So what we want to do, we need to preview this, just publish that. Alright, reload that, don't know about it. Alright, so what we want to do is that let's first create an authentication system. So you're just going to select the table users, since this is where you have fields. So username field, we need this to be the name. Password field, we just need this to be the password, and the user ID, just give it to ID. Email, edit to email. Then for the photo, just click on the photo, then press OK. Then you just need to do a reload changes. Right, so now you see we can actually log in, and we can actually register from this area. If you need to change the project theme, there's a lot of themes over here, so you can just actually you can just scroll through them, and maybe let me just find me one that I actually like. Right, I think I like this one, or rather something is wrong with this. Right, so but I think I like the indigo better, so let me just look for that. Alright, this is okay, but You can just change it, if you feel like. So, all right, this is what we have. So this is just a login system. It actually works. So what we don't want to use it right now. So just come here and remove that. Then reload the changes. Then you can have that. So for now, guys, let me just change this theme for clarity, and maybe let's search for degree. No. All right. Boots, watches, duck. All right. So let's see. We're just going through. All right. I don't like this at all. So don't need like that. So bootstrap material and Cosmos is one that I really like. So yeah, actually like this one. So purple. All right, let me just go with that for now. No, I don't like that. So return fluffy darkly. I don't like that either. All right, let me just use that and put that to duck. Dangerous access in for. You can just put these to whatever you like. You can actually set that to that. Alright, I just use this for now. So, alright guys, so you see we have this section over here, and what we want it to be on the side there. So you need to come to the menu configuration, then put it the fix top left, right? So then save that and reload that. So we have it here. So what we want, we need to make a home tab and users tab. So let's come to menu. Let's add some icons there. Then just search for home. I haven't worked with this. Home, alright. But you may prefer to change the icon size here and put it to right, alright. So that. And for the users, let's try and look for user. Alright, so what do they call it here? Alright, let's see. Alright. Okay, call it group. So then you just need to do a reload page, and you can see we have the home page and the user page. But I guess it's too big, so what we want to do, we want to come to menu configuration, pick this. No, alright, let's just change that. Go to users, pick this, and you might need to change that to mid there. Then search for group and search for home. Alright, no other changes. So there we go. And when you click on users, you can actually add some users. You can drag an icon. Alright, then you can do, maybe call this user as J. Then give it j@j.com. Then you want to do a 07 whatever. Right, so go down there and give an address to Nyeri. Then give it to J, then submit that. So right, so whenever we need to sign in again, let's go to users. Then okay, we'll actually sign in with J. So you know that. So we need to sign in with J, then J, right. So there we have it. And you can actually view your account and all of that stuff. Okay, you can actually edit it, change the email, reset the password, right? So let's not use that for now. So alright, so what we want to do right now, we need to make a table for the admin. So let's go to pages there, you see, click on that and click on add tables. So what we actually want to add from here was, what we actually want to add here is that we want to add all the fields that the admin will be creating. So it's supposed to be nice and easy. So what we want to do, let's check it out. So let's call this table to services. All right. So what we want to do is that we want to give this service a name, right? So give the service a name. And also we'll be looking at alright, so we'll be trying to look at the company of the service, and also we'll be trying to look at the description. We'll be creating a description. We'll also be creating a remark section for the ad user and all of that stuff. So what we actually want to do here is we want to create a table called complaints. Alright, so let's give this table right. So what we want to do is that we want to enter the customer phone number. So we can actually do a name. Alright, so the customer should enter the name here, and also the customer should enter the phone number. Also, the customer should be able to select the service. Right, then the customer should also select the company. Then we should also have a description here. Don't worry about that, sorry. Description. And also we'll be having a remarks table. Alright, then we'll be having the service type. Don't worry, don't forget to add that if you're making more than one word. So then that's basically it. So then down there we need to add another table where the admin will be making the additions for. So let's call this table as services. Right, so what we want here, we need to enter the service name, then also the company, then we also want to enter what else should we add here? So I think this will do for now. So create that and you can check if everything is in that service type. All right, then the services, the company. All right, so what we actually want to do from here, we need to make this we can actually make this text area, text box. All right, no problem. So what we want to do here is that let's just first preview this. We have the complaints and services. So let's try and make this work. So let's go to configurations first and pick that. Alright, I haven't worked with these icons before, so sorry, bear with me. So we want to make a complaint. So let's see. So alright, so let's see. Let's see, guys. Alright, so okay, just allow me to use some weird icons for now. So we can try and check. So this services, alright. So we can try and make services, right. Just make that way, so that looks pretty nice. So let's make these into complaints. So what we want to do from here, we want to add a few services. So let's add a service and maybe let's call it phone service. Then let's give it a Samsung. Alright, submit that. So what we actually want to do here, we want to go to complaints, and in the add area we want to have a service type here. So we need to make this a drop down for new or old. Then the remarks, we need to make this bigger, so make this a text area. Description, also make it a text area. Company, a drop down name that will be looking from the services table. So alright, so also the service we also be checking from the services table. Alright, so let's go to pages there, click on complaints, then you need to click on add page, then you need to click on where you need to make a lookup table. So click on select, go there, and we need to make a lookup table from the comp services table. We want the name, alright, the name also, order by name, then ascending. Alright, so that's it. Then you need to go back. First, let's just preview this first. Then from there you should view the phone services. So let's go back and do exactly the same thing to the company. So right, so let's go on, click on select, data list, data source, option data source. Let's click on services, click on company. But you can also select on the select with ID. So what we want to do here, for now you can see we have the company also. So we have the Samsung, the one we selected. What we actually want to do here, we need to make this a text area. Then you just click here, preview. I just need to show you how things work. So you might need to have a more detailed description here. So what we want to do, we want to enable HTML icons, edit icons. So change this to true. Also say make that to text area, then change that to true. Then the service type, we need to click on select there and click on this. So this one you're not making a drop down tables because you need it to be already there. So let's just click this as new, and also you can make this to old, right? So fine, so let's go there and reload that, and for now you can see we actually have this. You can actually make something very nice with this. So let's see. You can actually do this. Alright, now we have the old or new. So now you can try and add your name, call this James, to your phone 070005 or whatever. Service, phone service. Then the company, we need to have Samsung. Description, broken mouthpiece. Then down there we need to make a more, right? So let's go with that. And this old, let's just put it to old. Save that, all right? Then we might need to get rid of this ID. So what we need to do is that we go to pages, and on the list page we need to uncheck that. View page, we also need to uncheck that. Edit page, delete page. So preview that. So you can see we got rid of that, all right? Okay, so this is company, plugin, service type, all right. So let's go back to page design. So no, let's go to services down there. And what we actually want right now, we need to create a mailbox area. So let's go back here. So we have the users complaint services, all right? So what we actually need is that whenever a user logs in, then have something to actually work with, all right? So they can actually put complaints somewhere there. We already have the complaints area. And for the services, this is actually for the admin to create, right? So whenever something is actually approved, it's going to be inserted to, all right, let me just call it, it's going to be put on a queue for waiting. So actually for the complaints here, you can actually set a type down there, and we want to click response type. Don't forget to put an underscore. Okay, so we want to put a response type there and click on OK. And all right, we want to make this we want to make this a lookup table drop down, and this will be call me, all email me, all SMS me. Alright, so that's it, and the user will be able to select what they actually want. So that's it. So down here we can actually put this. Okay, then actually also we can put email. So let's go back there and go to complaints and click on add, and we want to add an email. So let's add an email. Don't worry, we'll be looking at this, how to move this up. So let's see. So I have the email here, so we want to move it up. So click on email and move it up. Alright, so there we go. Now we can actually do some awesome stuff with this. We can actually set this to optional. So what we want, we just come here to required and put it to false. So then here you can put a help block that will be optional here. So enter email, then you can actually put this to optional. You're just editing the placeholder. So there you go, we have it set to optional there. So you can put this to j dot dot com. All right, so there we go. What's up? All right. So response type, call me, update. So there we go. So what we want to do right now, we just need, all right, so whatever we have all this set out. so the admin can actually have the ability to do this. So whenever something is set to cleared, the admin, all this stuff will be added to the queue. So we can try and be a little bit of creative with this, and we have an area where the admin will set this to upload, right? So what we want to do is that we need to come here and create another table and call this table upload. Then we just be having the complaint here, complaint, right? So save that. All right, so save that, and also we'll be having the user here and the phone here. Then we have this status, and response type. Right. Okay, so we have that status and response type. So let's go and edit that. Not yet registered. So we have response type. All right. So let's go there, and we want to preview that. So we want to make these a lookup from the complaints, user from the complaints, also phone number from the complaints, status will make ours, and response type will be fetching from the complaints. All right, so let's go to pages there and click on upload on add, and we want to do complaints. So select, we want to fetch from complaints, and we want the name, or rather we want the service or whatever. So let's see, so service name, what service, also service setting. All right, so preview that. There we go. So we also need to check the user from this, from the complaints. All right, so let's go to pages, click on user, select data table, complaints. We need the name of the user, name of the user, name or ID. Then click OK. Let's go to phone number, select this from data table, complaints, phone, phone, phone. Now go to status, we need to make hours, so enter the value you want. So we want to make this as pending, closed, or cleared. Okay, so this will really help us when you're writing the SQL queries. The response type, we also select enter values, select this from complaints, response type, response type, response type. Okay, so don't worry about this, we also be altering these views in the coming tutorials. So let's go to approve there, and let's see this. Great, so we have that. So response type was call me for that user, so we'll still be using call me. Status spelling cleared. All right, so let's try and alter this. So all right, this is so upsetting to actually have to go through this. Alright, so there we go. So now what we want, we need to change this. So let's go to project settings and let's change this. You can actually put your emailing details there, and also you can change the favicon and also the icon. So this is complaints. Let me just look for something we can use. I don't have any specific, but we can try this. And let's go to icons. I have several here. So complaints. All right. So what do I use? Let me just look for something that can go with that. Something that looks like it's all complaints all over. So let me see. Alright, like that one better. Talking head. Alright, so there we go. So don't even never, it doesn't appear here first, but it sure will appear there. So let's go. Now let's go back to page design. So we already have everything we want. So in the next class, guys, so what we'll be doing, we'll be adding the icons here, and we'll be making the dashboard. And in the other video, we also be making the user logins and all that stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next class.